Hi everyone. This is the third session. Especially this session is the complementary session for chapter 1 and 2 of the book of Genesis. Um, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, which means that the whole universe, which He created with His word. And the creation of the world means the starting point of the kingdom of God. He put his kingdom in the earth, yeah, actually in the universe, but especially he uh, put his kingdom in the earth, on the earth, and then he let Adam and Eve uh, rule over the Garden of Eden and all nature's animals and everything in it. And in chapter 1, we see that God created all the things like the sun, the moon, and the stars, everything with His word. So all these are the creatures of God. So which means that the God of moon, the God of star, the God of sun in the ancient Near East. So all these things must be rejected. In the general idea or general knowledge of the Middle Eastern ancient Near East uh, of people is that uh, they think then they believe that all the there's a God for sun, there's a God for moon and the stars and nature. But um, the creation of the word, creation of God, the creating, uh, God's creating the sun, the moon, the stars, and all the nature means that it. Uh, so the Bible rejects all the idea of acknowledgement of ancient Middle East, ancient Near East, the view of religion, which is idol worshiping. So, oh, this implication is very significant because uh, think about this: the people of Israel in the land of Babylon, right? Why were they moved from the land of Canaan to the land of Babylon? Because they worshipped idol, and because they broke the Mishpat and Tzedakah, justice and righteousness of God. And that's why they totally broke the law of God. That's why they were taken into the land of Babylon. They were chased away. They were, yeah, taken away to the Gentile land. So in this sense, we can say that first and second chapter of Genesis is the foundation of the first to fourth commandment. First commandment: you should have no other gods before me. You should not make any other images, right? Above in the sky and below in the sea and everything in it, right? So first and second chapter is the foundation of first, and not only foundation of first to fourth commandment, but also the foundation of all uh, the whole Old Testament and even New Testament. Because without the creation of God, without the starting point of God, starting point of the kingdom of God on the earth, our life cannot exist, right? So God is the one who started our life, started His kingdom. So we are put into His kingdom. So, think about this, that the second generation, even the first generation of Israel who were taken to uh, Babylon, even, and second and third generation of Israel in the land of Babylon, uh, learned and heard and thought about this many, many times. Think of that. Why are we taken to Babylon? Because we worshipped idols and we broke the Mishpat and Tzedakah, justice and righteousness of God. That's why. So they, on a daily basis, they had to meditate the creation of God, and they had to think about their father's sin, right? Which is the idol worshiping and breaking the Mishpat and Tzedakah of God. Actually, if you see the book of Psalms, chapter 33 and 89. Okay, once again, book of Psalm, chapter 33 and 89. The kingdom of God, God put his kingdom, right? Put his kingdom on the earth, and the justice and righteousness is the foundation of his kingdom. So it is very important. It is very, very important to for the people of Israel to reflect the Mishpat and Tzedakah of God in their life. Actually, this Mishpat and Tzedakah is the character of God. I already taught you the five major characters of God: Mishpat and Tzedakah, justice and righteousness, and Hesed and Emet, mercy or loving kindness, and faithfulness, and Kadosh, holiness. So, Mishpat and Tzedakah is the foundation of the kingdom of God, which reflects the character of God. Therefore, actually, in living in the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve had to reflect their Mishpat and Tzedakah, and of God. And then even throughout the history of Israel, so the Israelite had to obey, reflect Mishpat and Tzedakah in their life, and by keeping the law, but they failed to keep the law and reflect Mishpat and Tzedakah in their life. Therefore, as a result, they were taken to the land of Babylon. So this is very important. Yeah. So the kingdom of God, God controls. God controls. Of course, what God gave, God appoint Adam and Eve as the agent, so that Adam and Eve needed to control over all the animals and plants and everything in the land of in the Garden of Eden. It is his kingship, but their kingship is from God. So because God is the one whom Adam and Eve worship, respect. Yeah, because the Adam and Eve, the kingdom, the Garden of Eden, is the kingdom of God, not the kingdom of Adam and Eve, right? But they fail, and the Israel fail to serve and worship only God, and they fail to reflect the Mishpat and Tzedakah of God throughout the history. That's why their result is miserable. So we'll see in the next session that the chapter 3 will tell you about the fall of humankind. That tells everything about the fall of Israel, even the history of Israel. Okay, thank you.